check, check, check. Hope it's getting my voice sound. Sound is good. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. What's up, trail crawlers? What's up, big head? What's up, guys? You guys want to look at some old magazines with me? Let me see if a couple more people can come in here first before I start, guys. So I've got these old magazines. I've got tons, actually. I've got boxes and boxes of old magazines. And I was going to look through them on my own, but why? Why look through them on my own? I might as well video them, and we can all share and reminisce on all of these ads and vehicles we may or may not own, or used to own, or want to own. Wolsty, what's up? What's up, Wolsty? We got Carl, we got Dennis, we got Dave. What's up, boys? Gentlemen. We got 5 people in here. All right. I'm gonna let maybe like a couple more people come in. 6 people. Okay. All right. This is excellent. I'm not gonna be looking at these magazines on my own. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start on one of them, I guess. Let's go ahead and start with Extreme RC Cars. I don't know if you guys remember this. I didn't buy too many of these. I was RC Car Action, RC Driver, but I do have lots of these. Cover's cool, showing off what? Showing off a Mugen, most likely a Nitro Mugen. We've got an Associated MGT here. I've got one of these sitting in the garage. Thanks, Carl. What's this? Some electric stuff. Look at these motors, man. Old school NIM cells. I still run some of these for fun, no kidding. Somebody have one of these? These were easy to buy. I had 2 of those. I got the Rally version and the MT version. These were cool, little 4-wheel drive 18 scales. They weren't super fast, but I mean, most of us at that time were ripping out the systems and sticking in brushless systems anyway. In today's time, I mean, this would be perfect fun. I'm going to rebuild it sometime. I got winter blues, guys. Looking through magazines, watching all your RC videos. What's this here? Proline, Savage stuff, monster truck times, Revo, stuck under there. So Revo was out. What is this? When is this anyway? This is January of 2006. January of 2006. Cross RC. Cross RC wasn't even known as Cross RC at that time. They're probably just some other Chinese manufacturer doing some other good things. What do we got here? Let's go through some of this more electric stuff. That's pretty cool. I have a couple motors. I'll bring them up some point. A couple old motors. Novak. It was a very, very sad day when Novak was announced to have been canceled. Very sad. It's a small family-owned company too. There we go. Mamba systems being advertised. Stick a Mamba in everything. That's what people were doing back then. What's this? Race coverage? The Hobby Expo. Oh man, a hobby show. When was the last time anybody went to a hobby show? So sad. So sad. They used to have a hobby show here in Toronto. And unfortunately, I only made it out to 3 of them. The first 2 were incredible, absolutely incredible. But the last one, you could tell the hobby was going away. You know, they just released the new SG4C V2. You need a crosstalk night where you talk about cross RC, man. Lots of people, including myself, would love to know about that. Yeah, stuff from the Expo. So again, this is 2006. And what chassis is that? What is this? What's number 3 here? PTI. What's a PTI? Some of you may know that the PTI Goliath. Oh, the Goliath! Oh, I forgot all about that. What? Acme. I remember Acme as a name, but I don't remember anybody ever having one or the shop ever carrying one. What do we got here? It's a lot of electric stuff here. I think Nitro was on its way outside of here in 2006. What's this? The TC4, right? Yeah, the TC4. Team Associate TC4. I'm a big on-road guy. I was part of the huge on-road coming up as a kid, and then when I got into it, it was already advanced, and we were running things like TC3. So TC4 was just coming out. Thunder Tiger had a I don't know if this is Nitro, but I'm pretty sure they had a Nitro F1 car. That's pretty cool. Well, this magazine isn't too impressive so far. Oh, look at that cage for this the HPI. They made cages for everybody else too. The E-Maxes, T-Maxes, Revos, Savages, MGTs, the Baja. What's this here? GS Racing. GS Racing wasn't very popular, but they kept making products. I don't know who was buying them or what part of the world was buying them, but it wasn't this part. Jammin'. Jammin' is OFNA. OFNA is Hobao, and then they've got like 2 other names. So OFNA is strange how they've done an identity crisis, I think. So far, this magazine is a little bit lacking. Lots of ads, but not many. I had this. Oh, no, I had the mini version, not this big Nitro version. My buddy's got one of these, and he's actually turned it into a 1/5 scale, basically. We are going to be doing a video on it. Custom machined parts, billet, chassis. Yeah, he extended it, made it wider. Pretty amazing. What else we got here? We have something that I wish I had picked up. HPI R40 on-road. 4-wheel drive Nitro touring car. What here? Ooh, lots of Nitros. The Nitro Blizzards. Anybody have a Nitro Blizzard? My buddy had a Nitro Blizzard. I've seen a lot of people with electric Blizzards, but not too many with Nitro. Yeah, options for the Revo, blah, 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 blah. I do miss messing with clutches. You know, as long as you have a good bearing, make sure it's not an ugly junk thrust bearing. You don't have to worry about your clutch flywheel, clutch bell assembly ever. With Nitro, once you set it up properly, you're good to go. You don't have any problems. Run tank after tank after tank. I really miss Nitro. I'm gonna be picking up a new Nitro soon. Pretty sure I'll be picking up the Nitro WR8. I shouldn't say that though, in case I don't pick it up. Nitro X-Ray. This one was actually very interesting. This was a micro nitro RC. So it's 1/18th, and it had a tiny little nitro motor in there. It was a 0.5 cc, I believe. Let me see here. What's it say here? 1/18 scale four-wheel drive shaft. Yeah, powerful 0.5 cc nitro engine. Tiny little engine in this thing. It was cool as hell, man. Oh, there it is. There it is. What do we have on this page? Not too much. What do we have on this page? What is that? A TC? Nope. That is a TB. Some sort of Tamiya TB over here. What else we got? Buggy tires. Yeah, buggies were hot, so buggy tires were all over the place. Oh, what do we have here? Team Associated. I miss Team Associated's plethora of products. Everything's sort of on the same chassis now recently. Anybody had have some Team Associated stuff? I like them. American company too. A buddy of mine has one of these. I got the body from my Losi 8T truggy. Aha! I got one of these sitting in the garage. I'll have to rebuild it and get it running. It was big. This thing is big, but one thing, my buddy who runs the hobby shop said it's the driveline was not exactly comparable to a lot of the other monster trucks. Most other monster trucks had 8-scale drivelines, whereas this one was more comparable to a 10-scale. Also, he said the slipper clutch, he used to work on a lot of these. That's why he was saying this. And I mean, again, everyone's going to have a little bit of different experience, but he said a lot of them came in with melted slipper clutches because people weren't setting them right, and it was finicky. You had to set it. There's a fine line between setting it right and wrong. Nitro TC3, I had one of these. My buddy had one of these. So what were they saying back here? Back then in 2006, peak RPM, peak torque, peak horsepower, 1.1 horsepower at 19,000 RPM. That's awesome. Peak RPM is 34,000 RPM. 34,000 RPM. That's a high revving 0.28. Wow. X Factor. This thing was insane. This thing was strange, and it didn't get a lot of love. But it's It's pretty rare today to find this. It was a nitro solid axle 4-link crawler monster truck. Nitro. That's right, nitro. This is from X Factor. I mean, sorry, this is from XTM. It's called the X Factor. Accelerator. You know, XTM didn't really show up much at my hobby shop in Canada here. What's this guy? Another XTM, more XTMs. Yeah, I saw a lot of their ads, but I never saw them much. Wasn't too interested in their 5th scale. They looked a little bit dated, but now I know, now that I'm older and wiser, I know that dated design works well, and I would gladly pick one up. More XTM. Yeah, they came out with lots of products. Does anybody here ever have XTM? I'm gonna make this quick because I don't want to get in the way of anybody else's lives tonight. Team Losi Mini LST. Here's what I was talking about. This is one of my regrets. I regret selling my Mini LST. I dumped a ton of money into it and sold it like a fool. It's pretty cool. It came with 2 miniature motors. It was the special thing about this one. I found no other company except for Traxxas, who made the 16 scale Mini E Revo, but no other company made a mini truck the same as their big version truck. Most of the mini trucks were just a basic chassis. Whereas this one, as well as the E-Revo, mini E-Revo, of course. But this guy here, its chassis and everything. Oh, its chassis and everything was just like its big brother. Just like the arms, the hub carriers, everything was a full copy. Yeah, XTM definitely didn't last long. I miss the days of ready to run vehicles like this that came with their own unique radios. Yeah. But those were also the days of AM, FM, and I had lots of FM radios. Too many, in fact. What is this? Oh, this thing's big. I remember this huge OFNA. Anybody remember this big OFNA? Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I know it's a big OFNA. It is it's very big. It's 1/7 scale. It says here 2-speed transmission, Hyper 1/7. Is that a belt-driven four-wheel drive system? Oh, it's a shaft. Never mind. Central shaft. Vor red DRB. All right, Dennis. What do we have next here? We got Kyosho Evolva. Is this an 8-scale on-road? I believe it is. 8-scale on-road was big in overseas, and that's something I always dreamed of doing. But there were no outdoor asphalt tracks here in Canada. Oh yeah. Look at the design of these 8-scale on-road pan cars. Oh, not pan cars. Sorry, they're not pan cars. They do have independent suspension, and oh my goodness, look at them. Engines are centrally mounted, always belt-driven, so there's no torque twist in the chassis. Quick-release wheels, always running foam tires. Usually 0.21 engines in those. What do we have? What is this? The Menace 21. I think they had a couple variations, I think, of this Menace. Oh, no, they didn't. Yes, they did. They called a couple of things Menace 21 or something like that. Schumacher liked that. Let's see here. This was a 3-speed. This specific Menace, you know what? Coming back. The Menace 21, it was the fast 3-speed truck. Yeah, 3-speed, 0.21, obviously Menace 21, 70 miles per hour. Jeez, back in 2006. Nitro. We have, it's a lot easy today with brushless motors. Running brushed motors back then was a whole task in its own. That's why Nitro was still very interesting to me. Because electric back then, to get optimal performance, you'd have to break in the motors, true the stators, and oh man, file down brushes. That's all stuff that I was like, you know what, if I'm going to do maintenance, I might as well maintain a Nitro engine. Jeez, look at this aluminum. There was a tiny era, I think it's coming back, where people were infatuated with aluminum. I, myself included. Many RCs I covered in aluminum. Why? Just to make them heavy and look good. I don't know. Pretty useless though. Problem with aluminum is instead of bending or flexing, you end up denting it and permanently bending it or cracking it. Mugen. You don't need to look at the body. Okay, so this is not an 8 scale. This is a 10 scale, but it's designed very similar to 8 scale on-road. Mugen is a serious company. There's a couple of Mugens on our track that run, and they definitely put up top times. Tips. These were really good for me back then, reading all these tip pages. The Terra Crusher, the Savage, Monster Truck Days. Savage, Terra Crusher. I don't know what's in the background there. Maybe a low, oh, it's LST. You can tell by those tires. That's a low C LST. Dynamite. Sad thing that Dynamite isn't hot and heavy, you know. They had engines, they had motors, they had everything. ESCs. I like these guys. What's this? Savage Slam. Slam followed by a something. Okay, so it's a festival. Savage Festival. Look at these ads, guys. Temp guns are very important. Temp guns should be kept in your back pocket. Axial people. This is what I knew Axial for. Actually, no. As I was getting out of the hobby, Axial had just released their first crawler, the Scorpion or something like that it was called. I don't remember. Yeah, Scorpion. But this is what I was into Axial for. Axial was making very good nitro motors before they made crawlers. Jammin', another Jammin' buggy. It's basically an OFNA, but much. It was like basically they wanted Jammin' to be their premium version of OFNA, like Toyota and Lexus kind of thing. Jammin' was their race, more competitive version. Roar On-Road Nationals. Yeah, baby. On-road. OS engines. I didn't use a lot of engines in my life, but most of them were OS engines. OS 30 VG, OS 18 TZ. My two motors that my favorite nitro motors I've ever run. What's over here? Is that a Pro 3? Schumacher X-Ray? What the heck is that? Schumacher on-road. What do we got here? No off-road stuff? It's all on-road, this magazine, so I guess. That's something for a good mix. I didn't pre-look at, oh my God, look at these ads. Yeah, more of these ads. Yeah. More of these ads. Great for a kid picking up one of these one of these magazines at the store, huh? Tips. I like tips. Tip pages. There's not much in this magazine, guys. I'm gonna have to skip to the next one. Extreme RC cars. You're all about ads, man. Low C on-road. Look at these ads. What do we see in here? See anything you have, wanted, used to have, a buddy has, played with? I definitely do. But if I stop on every page and tell a story about every page, we're gonna be here all night. Oh, this is super rare. The Hpi Savage quad body. Super cool. Genius of them to do that. Revo 3.3 bought in 2008 when I got back into the hobby from being a kid. Yeah, buddy. Back in 2008, eh? Does it still run? When was the last time you ran it? Rebuild that thing. What is this? This is an OS 30 VG, baby! Okay. This was my engine. This was what I had in a Losi 8T race roller. Oh boy, did this thing had a beautiful sound. I'm so happy it's in this. Wow. It's it wasn't exactly a race motor, and it wasn't exactly a basher motor. It was kind of in between. And you got to make sure it's tuned right to get its full potential, of course. But it was very reliable for it being such a high performance and high compression engine. It was very reliable. It started almost every time as long as everything was set right. And you didn't. I also put after. I always used after run oil. That's one thing. What we have in here? More nitro stuff. Ooh, off-road racing. How many of you guys have driven on an off-road track? You know, I can't say I've ever driven on an off-road track like that. I've just driven on very amateurish tracks in terms of off-road. All right, well, this magazine was not that great. What do we have in here? This is from February of 2005. I'm going to glance through this one really quickly. And we're going to end it about 9 o'clock. So everybody can take a break in case there's other lives tonight. I think they're supposed to be, but I don't know. Let's have a look here. What's on the cover? Look at that funky exhaust location. So this is a Nitro 10 scale buggy from Tamiya. Look where the exhaust pipe sticks out. Okay, again with the Mini T. I mean the 18T, RC18, RC18T, RC18MT, and the RC18R. Oh, RC18B they had. B for buggy, R for rally car, MT for monster truck, T for truck. They didn't have a two-wheel drive version though. Engines, what do we have here? Engines, we're not going to spend all day looking at engines. Often engines, often the force, that's all you need to care about if you're looking at an often engine. Oh yeah, I like RC Driver. I like their table of contents. I remember being able to find exactly what I needed right when I got the magazine. What are these? Mini Tees. Who's got an original Mini Tee? Original Mini Tees were badass. I had 2 original Mini Tees and 2 Mini Bajas. The Mini Baja was a bug version with the skinny wheels in the front. No back. What do we have? What else? What magazine is this? What's this? Horizon Hobby. What's here? What's here? What are they advertising? My camera's terrible. Or is it just the quality of the stream? Even the video's alright. My first Mini was a Duratrax Vendetta buggy. Buddy, I've got the Vendetta buggy. You know what? Give me a second. We'll go grab that so you and I can look at it. Hey, that's for you, Angry Melon. Angry Melon, does that make you happy? Looking at that, isn't that awesome? Yeah, buddy. I'll take the cover off just in case anybody cares. So what Angry Melon's talking about, I just so happen to have it. It's basically a scaled down 8-scale buggy in an 18-scale format from Duratrax. Super awesome. They had a truggy version too. Back to magazines because we got to get off in 5 minutes. All right. On-road stuff, on-road stuff. I'm not going to bore you guys too much with the on-road stuff at this moment. Right now, we only got 5 minutes. MBX, Mugen Nitro. Mugen was really big. Very good race products. They were on a higher price of things. Sen 46 monster truck. The Beast. Wasn't very popular. Tamiya Nitro Thunder. I don't know what the heck this is. But it's interesting. I'd be interested in driving it. I'd be interested in driving everything in this magazine. Back when Tamiya was doing nitros. Interesting how they've always got a metal plate for their nitros at the bottom instead of just doing a full aluminum chassis. They do have a couple that are full aluminum chassis, but a lot of them are just plastic with metal plate inserts. Hey, you guys watch RC Driver Online? There's Greg. Look at Greg back in 2005. RC Driver. I'm sure you guys watch RC Driver on YouTube. Well, that's him back in 2005, Greg Vogel. Ha! Is it a 10 scale? It is a 10 scale. It is a 10 scale. 10 scale nitro four-wheel drive buggy. I don't know too much about it, but it looks to be a variation of one of their. No, it's not. It looks like a whole chassis on its own. Look at those arms. I can't really read it while I show you guys. I gotta figure out a better way to look at the magazines with you guys. What's its top speed? Oh, it almost hit 40 miles an hour, guys. Not bad. Metal hexes. You know, I'm gonna have to have a look at this. Interesting. They've got a full clutch as opposed to just multiple shoes. You know, for a lot of companies, that was an upgrade. What is this? The GS Racing Storm. Yeah. Looks a lot like a Red Cat. I remember seeing ads of these, but I never remember seeing GS Racing in anybody's hands or on shelves. Electric stadium trucks. What happened to stadium trucks? Stadium trucks aren't hot anymore. How come? Oh yeah, short course completely annihilated everything. When that Slash came out, HPI came up with the Blitz. Associated, everybody came up with a short course truck. Tracks has changed the world when short course trucks were released, and there was short course trucks for like the next 5 years. We got only 1 minute left, people. 1 minute left, folks, because I'm going to end this for 9 o'clock. This is just a trial. I have a lot of magazines. If you guys think I should maybe do more magazines with you guys, let me know. I got a lot. I didn't pick very good ones, though. Maybe I'll look at them before I pick them to come on the show. Truckzilla. What? Twin engine, right. Oh, yeah. They had conversion kits for the Savage to go twin engine. I've seen a couple of these on sale on Marketplace. Yeah, sealed diffs. You know, I didn't even notice that. I'm glad to notice that. You know what? I'm going to look through these magazines prior to doing the show in the future. Doing this live. I don't know. Random, spontaneous moment. Reader's Ride. You know what? Reader's Ride. Let me show you that. What is it made of? Here's a Reader's Ride. Tamiya King Hauler. What? So that's a Tamiya King Hauler. Full ball bearings, custom Proline big body, custom rear wing, Offna 2.2 truck wheels, Proline spec dog tires, Futaba Sky Sport transmitter. This monster machine, dubbed Dragular by Darren, definitely turns heads. He says that he dares to be different by building something fun and interesting. So that's a semi. That's a straight up Tamiya semi chassis right there. Tamiya King Hauler. All right, well, it's 9 o'clock. Whoops. I'm going to blast through this real quick. What is that? Race this. Hpi Savage. GS Racing Storm. Again, I don't know much about GS Racing. They were never in my hobby shop. Duratrax Mini Quake. You guys remember the Mini Quake? This was super cool. I like the double suspension on each corner. I never got one, though. 18 scales were so hot for a while. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to give it a break before anybody else goes on. I think this will be a Tuesday at 9:30. So that's it. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm going to do another one soon. If you're just joining me, you came in a little late. We're just looking at some magazines. I didn't look at all of them. I didn't even get a chance to look at this one yet. But seeing that people are coming in to look, I will do some more of these again. Thanks for joining me, guys. Help me hit that thumbs up on the way out, and I'll see you again.